Are you feeling stuck, unclear, weighed down by old energy? Maybe you've done some spells and they just haven't eventuated yet. Maybe you're feeling like something or someone is blocking your road, but you just don't know how to really unblock it. Well, in this video, I'm going to show you a tarot spell that will help you unblock what needs to be unblocked, but more than anything, to give you clarity about what is in your way, what is creating the blockages to your magic and to you moving forward. We'll also be working with Hecate, who is the goddess of opening the roads, the goddess of the crossroads and magic. My name is Sandra. I'm the author of Crafting Your Wiccan Path, and I've been on the witchcraft path now for over 35 years. And I help other witches who want to feel more connected to their craft or who just want to start a practice to integrate magic and ritual into their daily lives with ease. I work with Hecate a lot to help me also bring magic into my life with ease, but I also work with other deities as well. But I just find that Hecate is an amazing deity to work with when it comes to opening the road, removing blockages, and also for protection magic as well. So in this spell, you're going to be using the tarot cards to help get clear about what the blockages are all about and what you may need to do to unblock yourself, and then use magic to help the energy of the tarot cards unblock you with the help, of course, of Hecate. Now, if you want to take this work with Hecate and unblocking all of the things that are keeping you stuck and stifled in your life, I do invite you to watch my video, Awaken Your Power with Hecate. It will give you 4 steps to take to not only connect with Hecate, but to ask her to help you release the things that are holding you back from truly stepping into the true version of you, your true identity, so that you can feel more empowered and stand in your witch power. That is Awaken Your Power with Hecate. There's a link in the description field below this video for where you can grab that video. And it's also on my website, mysterywitchschool.com, because that video isn't on my YouTube channel. It's actually on one of my private YouTube channels. So you do need a special invitation to watch that video. So all you need for this spell is a black candle, a white candle, and a pack of tarot cards. The herbs I'm using in this spell are rosemary for clarity. I'm using bay and sage to cleanse and banish, and star anise to help uncover the blockages on that subconscious level. Now, with this spell, the tarot cards that I'm using are going to be different to the ones you use, because we're actually doing a tarot reading first, and we're using the cards from the reading in the spell. So your cards will be different to mine. In the spell, I'm asking the cards to show me what's stopping me from truly stepping into who I truly am. And so I've already actually done the reading. So I've got the cards there, and I'm going to guide you through the spell. And then you can do your own reading, select your own cards, and then use the cards that you select in the spell when you come to do the spell. So let's go and do the spell. Like any spell, make sure that you cleanse and consecrate your space first. A simple way that you can do this is to just imagine that there is light in your heart chakra, and then that light gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger until it totally engulfs you, and then allow it to spread out into the space, particularly surrounding yourself and your altar and all of the spell materials. Otherwise, just create a circle like you normally would when you're doing any kind of spell casting. So now I'm going to light the main candle, which is my candle for Hecate. So when I light the flame, Hecate is present, and then I'm going to invite her in to bless my spell and help me with this spell. Hecate, guardian of the thresholds and guide of hidden paths, help me release what no longer serves me and illuminate my next steps. I release confusion and welcome clarity, insight, and forward movement. Help me see what I need to see and know what I need to know. Feel Hecate's presence. See the flame as a sign that she is here, that she is present. And then take your tarot deck. Now, I've already drawn the cards, so I've got them lined up here. But when you're doing the spell, focus on what it is you're wanting to know. What you just asked Hecate for more clarity and illumination, to know what you need to let go of and what you need to know and bring into your life in order to illuminate your path. And focus on that as you're shuffling your cards. And keep shuffling your cards till either some cards fall out naturally or you just feel the urge to stop. Then you can either break your pack up like I do, usually in half, and I select the first 3 cards off the top of the deck. Now, the cards that I've selected are the Page of Wands, the King of Wands, and the Sun. So these are cards that are answering my question about how I can step into my true identity more, because I'm still working on this too myself. So let's look at the meaning of the cards and the positioning of the cards. Now, the first card that I selected was the Page of Wands. So that is the card that is showing me what the problem is, what the situation is, what the blockage is. So read this card as pretty much a blockage. And when you're reading the Page of Wands as a blockage, it's generally the energy of that dynamic energy, that childlike wonder, that creativity, that passion, that moving forward, sometimes without hesitating when maybe you should, kind of energy. It's got a very go, 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 get up there and really follow your passions kind of energy when it is not blocked. But if it is symbolizing the situation where there's a blockage or what the blockage is, which it is in this position, it's showing that there's hesitation there. There may be self-doubt there. That energy, that fiery energy, is somehow being blocked and it's not able to move forward. So that lets me know that the energy's there. It's just that I'm not allowing it to go forward, probably due to self-doubt or other hidden beliefs that are still blocking that go forth kind of energy. So with this particular card, I'll focus on the energy or meaning of the card. And then I want to banish that energy. I want to open it up. So I'm going to light the black candle. And I'm going to place the card near the black candle. You could place the card under the candle if it's in a candle holder. You just have to be sure whether you don't mind having any wax on your cards. It's good when you're doing tarot card magic to have a deck that you use especially for magic that you don't normally use for divination or other things. So you may have some decks that are for divination, other decks are more for spell casting. And because I want to banish this energy, I'm going to use the sage and the bay leaf. And I'm just going to sprinkle that on top of the tarot card. And as I do, I'm going to say, with these sacred herbs and Hecate's guidance, I release this block from my life. And see the self-doubt, see that blockage of energy just evaporate, that the herbs are absorbing that energy and that energy is no longer there. And so the Page of Wands can now move forward. And you could see yourself as the Page of Wands or whatever card you have unblocked in whatever way. It depends, of course, on the card that you get, but see that energy as being unblocked and changed. The next thing to do is to move on to the second card. Now, the second card is your unconscious influences. These could be positive or they could be negative. With my second card, it is the King of Wands, and he's facing the Page of Wands in the original layout. So these two are communicating. You've got the Page of Wands blocking the energy and flow, and you've got the King looking at the Page of Wands, meaning that the king kind of has to turn around and look towards the sun, which is actually the clarity. And to do that, he has to step into his kingship. So what that means for me is that I have to step into those qualities of the mature creative, the mature leader, the one who has the confidence to be able to pursue what it is they want to pursue. Basically, I have to step into that King of Wands energy. That energy is already there and it's already available. It's just that the Page of Wands blocked is not allowing me to step into that energy. So that means that the spell can help me do that. So I'm going to take that card And I'm also going to put it near the black candle because I want whatever's blocking that energy to be released as well. And for this, I'm going to use the star anise because the star anise will help me connect more unconsciously to this energy, which is what I'm wanting to do. And so as I sprinkle the star anise onto the King of Wands, I'll say the following. Hecate, help me see what is hidden and transform it into clarity and strength. And then feel into the energy of that card and feel into, if it's an energy you have to step into, then imagine yourself stepping into that energy and being the King of Wands if it's the King of Wands or another card. It may also be something else that's blocking you. So look at that. So for example, if it was the Eight of Swords, you might want to look at stepping into that card and just removing the blindfold. So the third card, which in my case is the Sun, is how you invite the change. How do you invite the new way of being, the new way of thinking, and bring that into your life? In my case, the Sun card came up. And the Sun card is all about confidence and light and a bit of childlike energy there, joy, being more optimistic, and taking advantage of the opportunities that come about. So from releasing those blockages of the Page of Wands, stepping into the energy of the King of Wands, I can then move forward with more courage, more optimism, more confidence, and actually achieve the success of stepping into that version of me that I'm wanting. So the real key for me in this reading was actually the King of Wands. I knew about the Page. The King of Wands was more of a not being so aware of it, which of course its position is the unconscious and what you're not aware of. But so we can invite that beautiful energy of the Sun into my life, and the clarity that goes with that, I'm going to place the rosemary. Rosemary is great for mental clarity and being clear about what's the next step for me to step more fully into who I truly am. So I'm going to take the Sun card and I'm going to place it near the white candle and light the white candle. The white candle symbolizes the illumination and the clarity. And I'm going to sprinkle rosemary onto the Sun because rosemary is also a herb of clarity. And the more clear I am about what things I need to do to take to reach the energy of the Sun, the better. I welcome insight, courage and guidance to step forward with confidence. And now you've got all three cards. Finish the spell with this. Oh, Hecate. I release what binds me and welcome the clarity, courage and guidance. So it is, so mote it be. And here you can further visualize the blocks dissolving and the clarity. So in the case for me, because of the cards that have been selected, it's easy for me to jump into the characters in the card. I can jump into the Page of Wands. I can jump into the King of Wands, and I can even jump into the Sun so that I can experience what the energy of these cards are. It really, again, it depends on what cards are coming up for you and how you work with those cards. But even if you're not sure of what the cards mean or you're new to tarot, work with this energy anyway. Even if you're not quite sure what the card means, just know that it's blocking you and that by doing this spell, it's going to help you over a short amount of time discover what that blockage actually is and what that card was actually trying to tell you. So let the black candle and the white candle burn down. You want to be very careful that the cards aren't going to catch on fire, so make sure that they are away from the candles when they do burn down. And then leave the cards with the herbs on them with or next to where the candles are. And once the candles are burnt down, you can then dispose of the candles and also dispose of the herbs. And the ones that you're banishing, you want to take the remains and take them away from your premises. The white candle and the herbs that you're using for the illumination and clarity, you want to keep those on your premises somewhere so you could bury them in your garden if you have one, or in a pot plant, or just keep it in a special spell box that you have that has remains of the spells that are still active. I also suggest with this spell that you do some journaling around this. Journal what the images on the cards are, what that means to you, what the meanings mean. You can spend a long time on this particular spell because it's also a revealing spell, a knowledge spell, and meditate even on the cards if that is going to help you as well. And of course, call on Hecate at any time to help you move through those thresholds, to move through those liminal spaces, to move through those difficulties. Now, fear and self-doubt are holding you back from fully stepping into who you truly are and interfering with your magic and interfering with your sense of connection to yourself and nature and your purpose and meaning in life, then I do invite you to join my course, A Journey with Hecate. In that course, you work with Hecate through guided meditations and rituals and spell work to step into who you truly are, to banish and change those parts of you that are holding you back and keeping you in an identity of maybe feeling less than, or an identity of just not getting anywhere or not being good enough, to stepping into that powerful witch self, the you that you know deep down inside you are, so that you can start living the life you truly want to live, being the person you know deep down inside you are, you just haven't allowed yourself to be. That is A Journey with Hecate. There's a link in the description field below this video for how you can join that course. You can also find it on my website, mysterywitchschool.com. If you like the video, hit the like button, share it with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe. I will see you on the next one. Blessed be.